Hey everyone, how are you? I hope you are doing fine. This video is going to be for beginners. In this video, I am going to take a very easy example and I am going to explain to you how to learn English from zero and how to become a fluent speaker from zero. Let's imagine a huge tree. Becoming a fluent speaker is like a huge tree. There are four parts of a tree: the roots, the trunk, the branches and the fruits. If you want to grow your plant, you need to take care of your plant every single day. The first thing that you have to take care of is the root. Okay, let's say you only take care of one thing, the roots, and you don't take care of the leaves, the branches, the trunk. What do you think? If your tree is going to grow well or not? Your tree will never grow well. Your tree will never grow well. Let me tell you again. Because if you are only paying attention to the roots, insects can harm the leaves, the branches. So you have to take care of everything. That's how you save your plant from the bad insects. Similarly, if you want to learn English, there are four parts of learning English. The first thing, that is root, and the root is grammar rules. If you come from a Hindi medium background, the only way for you to learn this language is going to be through learning grammar rules. Okay, the second thing is trunk. The trunk is vocabulary you have. Like, the more vocabulary you have, the better you will be able to explain yourself, explain your ideas in front of people. The third thing is going to be the branches. Branches are input abilities. Your ability to understand English while reading, your ability to understand English while listening. These are two input skills that you have to take care of if you want to become a fluent speaker in English. Let's talk about the fourth part. And the fourth part is, sorry for the words chirping, I can't control that. Okay, so where was I? I was talking about the fourth part. The fourth part is the fruits. At the end of the day, why you do what you do? To reap the result. So it's time for you to reap the reward. And the fourth part is about speaking and writing well. So when you will have completed all this, it's time for you to speak and write. So in this video, I will teach you step by step how you are going to do all of this, and I will talk about my experiences with learning English or with my English fluency journey too. So I want you to watch this video till the end. Now let's talk about the first part, which is the grammar rules. I want you to learn some basic grammar rules where you are going to learn how to form sentences from your mother tongue to English. There's no any other way to learn English if you come from a Hindi medium background or non-English medium background. This is the only way. In my case, there was only one way to learn this language, and that was through learning grammar first. So I bought two English grammar books and then I finished those two books in just 2 months, and I learned all of everything from those two books. And I learned how to form basic sentences. Means I am going there, this is tree, that is home. I learned basic sentences from those two books, but I was not able to speak even a single sentence. So I thought that I am not able to speak English fluently is because I have not learned enough grammar rules. So I should be learning more. So I bought one more book. I dived deep into all those rules and then I learned all of that. But eventually I realized that all those rules were confusing me. I was not able to express myself well in this language the way I am talking to you. I was in my head if I should be using he here, or I should be using see here, have here or has here. So I was in my head all the time while speaking in front of the camera. So I was not able to speak this language fluently. So I thought, no, I should be doing something else. So I started watching English cartoons. So the lesson would be here for you is, don't dive deep into learning grammar rules. Just learn some basic grammar rules, learn how to form sentences I want you to learn these three things: tenses, prepositions, helping verbs. Learn these three things every single day, and you will have learned enough grammar rules to start speaking this language. Sorry for the words. I live in a small village. I have already told you. If you are being disturbed by the words chirping, sorry, extremely sorry for that. It's time for me to talk about the second part, which is, if the tree's trunk is not strong, the tree is not strong. So if you want to speak English fluently, if you want to express yourself in a clear way, you need to develop your vocabulary, you need to expand your vocabulary, you need to build your vocabulary. So the more vocabulary you have, the better you will be able to talk in this language, the more richness of this language you have, so you will be able to talk clearly in this language. This is the first thing that you will do. How are you going to develop? So in my case, what I did to develop vocabulary was I read a lot of books, and when I talk about reading books, I talk about reading a variety of books. I'm not talking about reading just newspaper or a book or a certain book. I am here talking about a variety of books, from self-help books to novels to everything. I want you to read everything, and that's how you are going to develop your vocabulary. I am still working on building my vocabulary. It's not that I am done with vocabulary. I am reading something or the other every single day. I have a lot of books to read, and yeah, I am improving my English every single day. Now let's talk about the third thing, and the third part is about branches. Branches means input skills. Input skills means listening and reading. These are two input skills, and when I say taking care of your branches, I want you to make sure that your tree is growing vertically. It's not that your tree's branches is in one side, like it's in one side, then it's going to crash. So make sure that your tree is going up straight. In your case, you need to pay attention to these input skills, which is listening and reading. When it comes to reading books, let me tell you my experience with it. When I started reading books, when I was in the initial phase of learning English, I picked up basic books. And what do I mean by basic books? Third standard books, fourth standard books. I avoided those higher class books, 10th standard, 12th standard, because I knew the words in those books were complicated to understand. It was hard to understand. So I avoided that until I was comfortable with these lower classes books. Okay, so I want you to start with basic ones. I want you to pick up the books that you are comfortable with reading, and that way you are going to develop your vocabulary too. That way you are going to learn sentence construction, how to connect one sentence to another sentence. You are going to notice a lot of patterns, and this is what you are going to get from reading. I start with basic ones and read a variety of books. I'm not talking about only one kind of books. And if you talk about listening to English, again I started off with basic baby cartoons. Like I used to watch a lot of children's cartoon, and that way I learned to understand English. But initially when I was listening to baby cartoons or children cartoons, I was not able to understand even a single sentence. When I say I was not able to understand even a single sentence, I mean it. I literally did not understand what I was listening to. I did not understand what I was listening. I am telling you the truth. But even after I was not understanding even a single sentence, I continued to listen, because someone has told me that this happens and you are going to understand after 6 months of consistent listening. And that's what I am saying you to follow. I am telling you to follow listening habit for just 6 months. Even if you don't understand even a single sentence in this language, I want you to continue listening to English cartoon. Now let's talk about the fourth part, which is fruits, and fruits is about output skills, speaking and writing. That's what you should be doing every single day. At the end of the day, if you want to swim, you have to jump into water. If you want to speak English, you have to speak this language despite making mistakes. I know people are going to judge your English, people are going to point out to your English if you make mistakes, but that should not be your goal. Being distracted by people's opinions should not be your goal. Your goal is to become a fluent speaker, and you have to keep going towards that goal by rejecting all those opinions like your English is bad, you make a lot of mistakes while speaking. You have to reject those all opinions, because every expert that I see around me in any field was a beginner once, and I keep that sentence in my mind. Every expert that I see around myself was a beginner. So if I am making mistakes, means I am learning something new. If I am making mistakes, I am growing. It is a sign that you are learning something new. You are trying to grow in your life by doing something. Okay, so making mistakes is a sign. So I am saying you to continue despite you make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, I still make a lot of mistakes. I am not saying that I am a perfect person, but the question is whether you are distracted by the opinions of others. If you are, your goal was not to become a fluent in the first place. But the question is who to talk to. Who to talk to, Gulshan? I live in a small village like you. I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have anyone to practice with in English. How to practice English? Let me tell you that I had the same problem, but I did not let that thought stop me from learning this language and becoming a fluent speaker in this language. I don't claim that I have become a master of spoken English, but now I can express my thoughts in English, and that's what you want to do. That's what you are practicing English every single day for. So if you want to do the same, I want you to talk to yourself, because every time you open your mouth, it's an opportunity to practice English. What do you do when you have a partner? You open your mouth, you train your tongue. That's what you're doing when you are alone, when you're talking to yourself. You are doing the same thing. You are talking to yourself, you are training your tongue. That either. So I have that thing in my mind. I know that's talking to another person is a different experience. But what if you say to your mind that I am really talking to another person? Because your mind doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined experience or a real experience. So why can't you fool your mind? Why can't you fool your mind? I just do this all the time. I imagine that there is another person in front of me talking to me in English, and I practice English that way, and as a result I am able to explain to you whatever I am explaining in a clear way. So I want you to practice English alone. And when it comes to writing, writing is one of the most important part of becoming a fluent speaker, in my opinion. This is my personal opinion, but it benefited me a lot when I started writing my thoughts down in my notebook. My thoughts got clearer every single time I wrote something or the other, and I am saying to you to do the same thing. If you manage to write every single day, you will see a huge notice in your spoken English. You will see a huge improvement while talking. You will talk clearly, you will talk coherently, you will talk efficiently. That's what you do when you write your thoughts down on a piece of paper. I know you have a messy thoughts, you have a lot of thoughts going on in your mind that you want to give a shape by talking, but the way you are going to do that in a very clear manner is when you start writing. Start writing, start journaling, start doing that from today, and this will change your life. Okay, so yeah, I have covered almost everything. I told you how to practice English alone. I have told you how to write. I have told you how to build your vocabulary. I have told you how to learn grammar. Like, I have covered every single thing in this video. Now I have a question for you. How long have you been trying to learn this language? I want you to let me know in the comment section. And I have one more question. I am thinking of starting a challenge like 90-day English spoken challenge, and I will start this from 1st October, and by the end of 2025 I will complete this series in which I will teach you everything that you need to become a fluent speaker in this language. If you are ready for that, if you want me to make a 90-day challenge series where I will be teaching you everything you need, I want you to comment. I want you to let me know in the comment section. In the end of this video, I just want to say, if you found this video to be helpful, I want you to hit the like button, and I also want you to subscribe to this channel because it motivates me to make more videos. Bye bye.